Hey there, it's Vicki Howell here to show you a really easy way to line a knit or crochet bag like these super cute Zippy Notions bags that I designed for my subscription club, Yarn Yay. All right, so first, the general rule of thumb is that you want to measure your piece of the same size as whatever your bag is, and then add at ½ inch. All right, then you want it to with right sides facing, you want to use a 1/4 inch seam allowance to either machine or hand sew along the sides and the edges. So I've done that already. And you can use a rotary cutter and a board like I did to cut, or just scissors. You do you. All right, then you want to snip your corners. It just makes them a little bit cleaner. And if you can, I'm using a really light, this is the Liberty of London fabric, really lightweight London, so the seams won't get too hefty, but it's always a good idea to press out your seams so that they lay flat. And this is better done on an ironing board so you can really get in there, but you get the idea. So you're going to do that all the way around. They'll look nice and flat like that. So do that all the way around. And then you want to fold your bag, the top of your bag, over that same 1/4 inch. That's a little more than a 1/4 inch. It doesn't have to be exact. And you can fuss with it because we're working with pliable materials. When we knit and crochet, sometimes you have to fudge things a little bit. So just get it to the approximate, or you can fancy that, measure it. I usually just wing things, but if precision matters to you, you should absolutely measure it, press it down, and then you're going to stick it. You don't turn it inside out, or right side out rather. You keep it so that the wrong side is touching the wrong side of the bag. And you line it up as best as you can. And then try and match seam to seam and use either pins or clips to hold it together all the way around. And again, because you're working with pliable fabrics, you may have to ease the bag a little bit. And what that means, when you have to ease a piece, that means sometimes you have to stretch or scrunch to make sure that things fit. As long as you get it so it's relatively smooth, then you're golden. Okay, once you have your bag all clipped or pinned, you are ready to get started sewing. I do want to mention though that when you're attaching your fabric, do so a couple of rows down from where your knitting or crochet ended so that you have the freedom to pick up loops if you're going to add a zipper, or just so it doesn't kind of peekaboo over from the right side. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing what's sometimes called the hidden stitch. It's used with pillows often. And to start, you'll just grab the inside of any point of your fabric, and you're only grabbing the folded over portion. The object is to not be able to see it from the fabric side. You're going to pull that through. And then you do the same thing through the yarn side. Again, not going all the way through. I don't know why I got so close to my clip. Not going all the way through, but just catching an inner loop. so that you can't see the thread on that side either. And when you're choosing your thread color, I would match the fabric and not the yarn if you're going with a sort of a contrasting or a pattern like I have, because the yarn is more forgiving because of the mushy goodness, you know, than a fabric would be, in case you accidentally grab part of it. And that's all there is to it. You'll just keep alternating all the way around, scooping up the bag side and grabbing the inner layer of the fabric, which you will have a much easier time doing because you most likely won't be straddling a camera. I mean, I guess I shouldn't make these assumptions, but presumably. And you'll just go all the way around. And every couple stitches, if just kind of ease it out, make sure that it's laying flat. And you'll just go, and you can see that it's creating kind of this really nice invisible seam. All right, that's all there is to it.